seems like the Smith family is becoming one of the most hated families in Hollywood, and it makes you wonder if Jada Pinkett Smith is the reason behind everyone icing out the family. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 reasons Jada Pinkett Smith's family is hated. So do you hate the Smith family? And if so, tell us why in the comments below. Starting off our list today at number 10, we have think too highly of themselves. Sometimes you can reach a certain level of fame and you forget about all the hard work and people who helped get you to the top, and you start to forget about all of them, and in the process you can sometimes get lost and become too full of yourself. And this is exactly what happened to the Smith family. While Will and Jada seem to be the main targets of this statement, when the Los Angeles Times caught up with Janet Hubert to clarify her criticism of Jada and Will, whom she is already accused of screwing over the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air cast years earlier in contract talks, Janet would say that they simply needed to get over themselves by saying, "You ain't all that, you're not kings and queens, you're not royalty, you're simply entertainers." But this is clearly not how the Smith family sees things, especially Will, who back in 2007 had a Kanye West moment when he told the Daily Mail that his ambition was to be the first black president in US history, something to which Barack Obama beat him to first, and then Will went on to say that Barack Obama stole the idea from him, but it was okay as he went first and soon he will take his turn. In 2015, Will would then again tell CBS, I gotta be the president, come on. What else would I run for? Number 9. Jadens an Egomaniac. Jaden Smith's outlandish behavior certainly isn't helping with his mom and dad's reputation in Hollywood circles, despite a hit and miss record in his short career as an actor. The homeschooled young man has already irked movie makers and fans alike by declaring himself the future of filmmaking in many of his bizarre tweets. Jaden's online output had been both a source of entertainment and a cause for concern, with his cryptic comments about the world around him bordering on to seem delusional from time to time. In an interview with GQ magazine, Jaden would reveal that he had started an initiative called Mystery School, inspired by secretive work from ancient scholars. In the same interview, he would then refer to himself as being a scientist and claim that all of his past antics have been part of this large-scale social experiment, and he has become 100% fearless in the process. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8. Willow's Chatter. If you thought Jaden was the most creative member of the Smith household, then you've yet to meet Willow. With Willow being 2 years younger than her brother, she still outdoes him when it comes to wacky comments and uncomfortable interviews. During a Q&A with the New York Times, Willow would reveal that she had the ability to manipulate time. When she said, time for me, I can make it slow or fast. However I please, and that's how I know it doesn't exist. Willow then went on to tell Style magazine that she wrote her novels because there aren't any existing books she already likes. When the interviewer tried to get back on track with questions about which theme she felt reoccurring in her music, Willow answered by saying, "The feeling of being like this is a fragment of a holographic reality that a higher consciousness is made. Either there's a whole philosophical level to her track Whip My Hair, the world is completely missing, or she's getting way too into quantum physics. But I would like to think if I whip my hair back and forth, I could figure out what she was trying to say." Number 7. The kids freaked out Sony executives. If you're thinking the Smith kids and their erratic behavior has no effect on Will's and Jada's standing in Hollywood, then you might want to change your minds, as a leaked email that was exchanged between Sony executives proves otherwise. If you read the T magazine profile on Jaden and Willow, you would know that TriStar chairman Tom Rothman emailed a link to the interview to another bigwig along with the message that said, "Message 1, read this. 2, they are homeschooled, don't let this family date your movies." With Tom previously working with Will in 2 movies, that still didn't stop him from ridiculing the actor's kids. To the point, Will just shrugged off the comments and said, "Everybody disses my kids. To me, that's just a part of the business, and somebody's private email is, so I would never hold anyone responsible for something they said in a private email. I shouldn't know about it." But his kids seriously freaked out Sony executives, so you kinda have to own up to that and figure out what's going on with them. Number 6. Too involved with drama. So it seems like whenever something happens in the industry, it seems like the Smith family are the first ones to jump into the drama and uncover what is truly going on by inviting that suspect or person to Jada's Red Table Talk show. Just take a look at Jordan Woods. After the Kardashians Kardashians went to war with her after she ruined Khloe's relationship with her baby daddy Tristan Thompson. In an attempt to get in on all the drama, Jada invited Jordyn to the Red Table Talk show to help her state her story, but in the process, all the interview would do was ruin Jordyn's career even more. When Jordyn should have apologized and moved on from the incident, instead, she went on Jada's show to air the Kardashians' dirty laundry live with Jada. And as soon as that interview was over, Jordyn became a laughingstock, especially when Khloe came out to name the Instagram influencer as a liar. It just seems like from time to time, the family, especially Jada, takes things a little too far and they forget that they're actors and they're not Jeffree Star. Number 5. Messed with August Alsina. Just weeks after August Alsina dropped his bombshell revelation interview, Jada would be forced to confirm that the pair did in fact dive into a romantic relationship, and after she left August, he would be left feeling devastated because Jada took advantage of his mindset when he was at his lowest point of his life. With Jada previously saying that she was mentoring him through a tough part of his life, it made us all question what kind of mentoring she was giving him, where he felt like he was giving his all to a relationship that left him feeling devastated in her. With August being diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, he spent most of his relationship in and out of the hospital, which made it easy for Jada to get her hands on him and to consort him into a relationship that ended up destroying him when she threw him to the trash after her husband agreed to take her back. Number 4. Blaming everyone but themselves. When Jada and her family decided to get real during one of the Red Table Talk show's episodes, we would learn that the whole family has a problem with keeping their egos under control, as from time to time, we have seen them all admit that they weren't the nicest people to be around, and that you can't always trust them based on the way they have made themselves look. With the family doing some very unloving things to the people they love the most because of their fear and their ego, it seems like once their ego kicks in, if they are in trouble, they become vicious and mean. Even when they are in pain, instead of being more vulnerable to talk about their issues, they shut themselves off and blame everyone else around them as the problem. And this has become a deep problem for the family because they won't let themselves be open and release the pain, and instead they hide it away, they let it build up, so when it does finally release, it explodes and it creates one giant mess. Just look at the Oscars incident for an example. Number 3. Bad parenting. So it turns out that the bigwigs at Sony aren't the only ones who have questions about Will and Jada's parenting skills. Things got real for the family in 2014 when a picture of their daughter started to go viral after it showed Willow in bed with a shirtless 20-year-old man. With the photo slowly starting to become a viral meme, it would soon spark a police investigation and family services to look into the snap of Willow, which was posted online but removed shortly after. Sources would then tell Radar Online that Will and Jada were extremely cooperative with officials, but they weren't really happy about all the scrutiny they were facing when it came to their parenting skills. Social workers would then have to talk to Willow and the man in the picture, which forced Jada to eventually break her silence on the matter when she was approached by the press at an airport in Los Angeles, and she would tell E! News in that process, here's the deal, there's nothing bad about that picture or the situation, you guys are projecting your trash onto it and you're acting like you know better, which is not cool. Number 2. Jada's lie. Jada hasn't exactly put her family into a great position, especially since she has proved that producers and hiring agents actually can't really rely on her family's word, especially since she has admitted to lying to get a gig. As Jada once revealed that when she was offered a role in The Matrix Reloaded, she was pregnant and she sort of lied just so she could secure the job. Though the role was perfect for her, she may have lost out on the opportunity to play the part if she had been 100% truthful, as she was pregnant with her daughter Willow at the time, and the filming schedule required her to begin in November. But there was a small problem with her daughter Willow also being due that very same month. In a video for Vanity Fair, Jada would tell the outlet that she lied just a bit so she could get the role because she was obsessed with the idea of being in the movie, especially since she lost out on the lead role. So she told them her baby was going to be born in October. Luckily for her, Willow came early, otherwise the production would have been delayed or Jada could have ended up being replaced. Either way, productions have been scared of facing similar issues when it comes to hiring this family. And coming in number 1 today, dropping contracts. While the work Will has done has definitely proved that he's a man with a bright future ahead of him because he's a talented actor, when it comes to Jada's work, she hasn't really yielded stellar results. And maybe that's why when it comes to Willow's career, she isn't afraid to back out of last-minute movie deals. Take take Annie for an example. It was a much anticipated remake of a beloved Broadway musical, and when the production on the film ended up being stalled because Willow decided to drop out of the lead role, the final product failed to hit the $100 million mark at the box office, which is an essential milestone for any family movie released over the holidays. With most critics finding the movie sucked, with Willow dropping out of Annie, she made the whole film feel like it was a giant missed opportunity and a big letdown. And it has producers wondering if they go to hire her in the future, if she's going to back out of their films as well. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches, and until the next video, remember to stay juicy.